Good evening, Pio Nation. I hope you're doing well. My name is Matt Williamson, and you are watching Marietta College Esports. Tonight is it what we would consider the season finale of our esports season this semester. Our Overwatch team will be playing against Mount Union in the Great Lakes Esports Conference 7th place match. Been waiting for this for a little bit of a while. Our League of Legends teams and Rocket League teams have finished up their seasons. Our Rainbow Six team finished up their season a while back. Now all that's left is our Overwatch team. They're already in the lobby, although I'm not in the lobby yet, so I'm going to figure out why they haven't invited me in there just yet. But while we're waiting for that, let's take a look at who will be playing in tonight's game. And we actually do have a little bit of some roster changes with our final game. So at Tank, we still have freshman Mason Flash Harmful Hades, but coming back out of retirement from tanking, we have freshman Tyler Salanitra Azadale tanking for us today. He's been playing support for most of the season, but now he's going to be tanking for tonight. At DPS, we will have junior Drayton Piper Shaken Dwarf and freshman Corey McFan C4 Gamer. And then at support, we will have junior Morgan White Neptune and senior Ian Darling Brimstone. This is a bittersweet day for us. I mean, it is the end of the season, but it will also be Brimstone's last collegiate match as a member of the Marietta College Esports program. And Shaken Dwarf is going to be moving to full-time casting for next semester, so this will be his last game as well. But yeah, so I finally got an invite into the lobby. I had to ask for it, but I did get it. So as for announcements, well, there's not a whole lot since we're near the end of the semester, but just I'm going to throw in some shameless plugs. I mean, we're always looking for players for our esports program. If you are a Marietta College student, please be sure to reach out to us because we would love to hear from you. We are looking at starting up some new teams in the fall. Not only do we have our current teams in League of Legends, Overwatch, Rocket League, and Rainbow Six, but we are also looking to forming a Hearthstone team. We're looking at forming a Valorant team. We're looking at a FIFA team. If there is an esports program that you're interested in or a team that you want to run, talk to us. We would love to hear your ideas about possible esports teams. If you are a high school senior, we have a few scholarships left, but time is running out. I know it says on here that the next trial date is April 10th. It is way past April 10th, but we can do just a few more tryouts for scholarships. So if you're interested in that, you need to fill out our recruitment form at bit.ly/mcrecruit. Our admission site, you have to apply for admission, which is at marietta.edu/apply, and then you would schedule a scholarship tryout at bit.ly/mcesporttryout. If you wait too long, I mean, I think we're only giving them out for just a little bit longer. If you wait too long, we're going to say, sorry, we don't have any more scholarships. You're still welcome to be on the team, but we can't pay you to be on the team. And I would love to pay students to be able to be a part of our program. Also want to take a minute to thank everyone for their support, all the followers on our channel, all of the subscriptions. Your support definitely helps with building our program. It's been able to provide opportunities for our students, so whether it's jerseys to make our players feel like actual esports players, whether it's being able to help with improving our facility, upgrading our equipment, those things do make a difference. So what does that subscription provide for you? Well, it gets instant access to our Twitch VODs, although we do upload our matches onto our YouTube channel later on. They are available on our Twitch channel immediately. So if you like, you can get that instant access. You also have access to our custom Marietta College emotes. These were created by our communication brand department, and I think they look awesome. So if you haven't subscribed yet, you most certainly can. Now, if you don't want to pay that $5 a month just to sub to our channel, there is this little thing called Amazon Prime. You might have heard of it. And if you have Amazon Prime, then you can get Prime Gaming for free. All you have to do is just create a free Twitch account, link it to your Amazon Prime account, and then you got Prime Gaming, which gives you all sorts of perks, including a free sub that you can use every month to a streamer of your choice. Now, the catch is you have to manually renew that sub every month. It does not auto-renew like a typical Twitch sub. So, I'm just throwing that out there. But, alright, so we have everyone in the lobby. I'm going to make sure I have the audio settings good. There we go. I want to make sure that if they get started, then we'll be able to get into this match right away. It looks like the first map will be Busan. This is going to be a best of 5 series. And Marietta and Mount Union do have quite a bit of a history with each other. They have played against each other quite often, not just in Overwatch, but in several GLEC titles, as well as being friends in the Ohio Athletic Conference. So a very exciting history between the two schools, if you will. But we will see. Last time, I believe Mount Union did win 3-1. So we'll see if Marietta can change the outcome this time, or if Mount Union will continue their win streak against the Pioneers. So we should be getting started any time now. I'll double check that overlays are good. Yeah, that looks like it is good to go. So as soon as they get started, then we will be on our way here. So I think they're just making sure they have all the spectators and overlays and rosters, everything set up. And all right, yeah, just double checking everything in the chat. And it looks like the ready checks are coming in. So I'm going to make sure that we have our stuff ready to go. So as soon as Marietta's ready, we will get this underway. Just waiting. Still waiting. Apologize for the awkward silence. I'm just waiting for Marietta to say that they're ready to go, because I'm looking at the lobby here. Mountain Union says they're ready. Oh, I guess they apparently didn't see that Mount Union was ready. So, Marietta is now ready. So, are we going to start this up? Yes, we are. So, here we go, folks. Marietta College versus University of Mount Union. Marietta will be the red team, but it is a control map. So we will see what kind of composition both teams will be running. I mean, I expect Marietta to go with like a Zarya Reinhardt combination. Harmful Hades loves playing the Reinhardt. And Azadale feels very strong with the Zarya. Like that was kind of one of his main heroes before he swapped to support. Alright, here we go. So let's see Marietta's composition. So Azadale has not selected his hero yet, but we are going to see the Mei Junkrat for DPS. And it looks like we're going to get the Ana Baptiste at support. And there's the Zarya that we were talking about for Azadale. Loving that champion. He's been playing a quick play platform almost all day long. So now we will see how Marietta does on this first round in Busan. We are going to be able to see the perspective from the Pioneers just the way the spectators set up, but we should be fine with that anyway. So Mariatta's going to be rotating over to the left side. We're going to be Mount Union right there. Shield is going to be up. Marietta is trying to find the Bay Wall. Does come out. Immortality Field will be coming up for Marietta. It does get taken out by the Chief very quickly. And looking at Mount Union's composition, they're going with a Zarya Reinhardt as well. And Azadale does take out the Chief. So that's already one down for Mount Union. The window is already up for Neptune, and he's going to be using it to push Mount Union back. C4 Gamer is going to go down, though. And Mount Union is going to head straight for the point, and they're going to capture it first, even though Marietta does have the high ground. Harmful Hades does get very low. Shadow does get picked off by Shaken Dwarf. Not giving Marietta's chance to move in. Although Harmful Hades is getting very low in health, Neptune is going to try to keep him up. Kadokri ends up going down for Mount Union. And the ground jump does come up for Azadale, and Marietta is winning this fight, and they're going to claim the point almost. They got to take out the Zarya first. They will do it. And Marietta will capture the point. Mount Union only gets it to 24%. Now it's just a matter of how long can Marietta hold. They do have 3 ults ready to go. I do not know how many ults Mount Union has. I would expect they have at least a couple at their disposal. Looks like Mount Union's going to be rotating underneath. There comes the Riptire for someone. And Marietta just cleaning up. That was awesome. Yeah, Marietta. Yeah, so C4 Gamer did try to put up the Riptire, although it appeared that Shadow took it out, but Marietta was saying, okay, you take our Riptire, we'll take your team. Window comes out again for Neptune. Marietta's going to try to use this to see if they can get something. The Tire's going to be coming out for Shadow. But it's going to get taken out by C4 Gamer and Neptune. High Noon's going to be coming out. They do catch Neptune. Mount Union's rotating to the top left, and they're going to work their way onto the point. Marietta has it at 60% right now. Harmful Hades does go down. C4 Gamer is going to take out Immortality Field and Shadow. But right now it's not a favorable fight for Marietta. See, Shaken Dwarf is trying to go in there and disrupt. And right now Marietta is just trying to delay as much as they can. Trying to keep as much of the points. But Marietta is falling one by one. But it is getting extra ticks onto the points. Mount Union will reclaim it. But Marietta got it all the way to 84%. Riptire is up for C4 Gamer. We'll see if that makes an effect later on. And Azadale does have his ult ready to go. But now Mount Union is going to try everything they can to keep Marietta off the point. And there's going to be the wall out for Mount Union. And the window for Mount Union as well. They're popping everything. Shadow's going to come out. I think that was like 3 or 4 ults that Mount Union popped all at once to get Marietta off the field. Blizzard's going to be coming out by Shaken Dwarf. It's going to catch Shadow. And the Chief and Kadokri also falls, so does Shadow. So Marietta is taking down Mount Union one by one. They're going to head straight for the point. Mount Union was able to get it to about 65, almost 66%, but Marietta is now just 15% away from taking this first round. Harmful Hades does a nice pick onto Phrase. Sorry, I can't pronounce names. Window comes out again for Neptune. And has a nice shadow by Harmful Hades to keep Mount Union off the point. It is in overtime, so Marietta's got to get back to the point to recontest, but I think they're going to be able to hold on. Azadale's going to take out the rest of Mount Union. And with that team kill, Marietta will take round 1. So overall, it's just a very strong performance by the Pioneers. Just be able to win the fights that they needed to, getting the picks. Now, can Marietta keep up that momentum, or will Mount Union find adjustments into this next round? I mean, it looks like Marietta's going to keep the same composition that they did in that first round. Except Shaken Dwarf's going to swap to McCree instead of the May. So I'm not so sure Shaken Dwarf got a lot of value out of the May. It did stall a little bit when using the immunity. Now we're going to see Marietta rotating over to the left side. And see if they beat Mount Union. And there's Mount Union as well, over by the drum. Marietta is pressing forward. Ryan is getting very low. Immortality Field has to come out to keep Marietta alive. But right now, it's a 2-for-1 in Marietta's favor. But now it's a 2-for-2. Mount Union is starting to win the fight. The Chief is getting 3 of the kills. And they're going to go straight to the point. And Mount Union is going to take the point first to see if they made any changes to their composition. Doesn't look too different from the last one. I think the Mora did come out the end of the previous round. But it seems like Marietta has to get the Chief under control. He's did very well in round 1, and we saw the 3K there. C4 Gamer is going to try to see get a pick. Takes a lot of damage himself. Got to be careful with that peeking. Especially the fire strike from the Reinhardt. That hits pretty hard. But so far, Mount Union is making it difficult for Marietta to even move forward. Window's going to be coming out by Neptune. And they do get the Chief. So that may be what Marietta needs to press forward. C4 Gamer is going to try to find a pick. Aciddale is going to end up falling. May have gone up just a little too far. And C4 Gamer taking a lot of damage. Tyre does take out Shakendorf. Brimstone does have Nano rating. Is going to use the Nano on the Rhine. Coalescence comes out for Mount Union. And C4 Gamer is going to be using his Tyre. But it's going to get taken out very quickly by Shadow. Hades does have his Shatter ready. And he's going to use it. Catches the Reinhardt. He's going to charge him off the point. Pins him and takes him down. But he's going to end up falling. And Marietta almost reclaims the point. But they're going to have to do something soon. The point's already at 72% for Mount Union. But Marietta does get it. And they end up winning the fight. Aciddale and C4 Gamer are the last two standing from that. But they're going to have to hold for quite some time. If Mount Union wins another team fight, that might be enough for Mount Union to take this round. We don't see any swaps by any adjustments in the heroes. Mount Union's trying to up to the left side. Marietta's going to try to push them off. Grab is going to be coming out. Harmful Hades does end up falling. Now it's going to be Mount Union's opportunity to move forward. Meanwhile, the McCree from Mount Union is on the point. Marietta's got to get back onto the contested. See, Neptune's going to get onto the point. Another Tire's going to be coming out for Shadow. Does take out one. C4 Gamer is going to fall. And Mount Union is going to take the point back. Not much that Shakendorf can do by himself. He doesn't have Deadeye ready. Already taking some hits. Tries to get away, but he gets picked off at the end by Phrase. Now the point's at 90%. Inu's going to be coming out. Takes out C4 Gamer, which is huge for Mount Union because he had his ult ready. And Fraser's just picking off the Pioneers one by one. And Mount Union's going to take the second map. So just a very dominating performance by the Raiders. Just taking the point and really not giving Marietta a chance to recontest. They did claim the point once, but it just was not enough.
I'm not one for standing around.
It looks like Shakendorf's going to swap back to the May. Thing that didn't get much at all from the McCree. I don't think they didn't get much from the Deadeye the one time he did use it, if I remember correctly. Alright, so round 3, whoever takes this will take map 1. And it looks like Shakendorf actually swapped to the Symmetra at the last second instead of the May. So we'll see if those turrets can play a role on the point. Gotta be putting those out. Trying to see if they can get some damage onto Mount Union. Azdale's trying to get his charge up, ready to go. Needing to break out that shield. Going to be pushing Mount Union back off the point. Marietta is going to take the point first. Shadow does pick off C4 Gamer. And this is going to be Mount Union's chance to charge. A nice pin there by Harmful Hades. But he's going to end up getting taken down by Kudokri. Neptune's going to be leaping up into the high ground to try to stay alive. But Marietta is taken out one by one. They're going to try to use the high ground to advantage. Mount Union will reclaim the point. Well, not reclaim, but claim it the first time. Marietta does get to 17%. C4 Gamer gets picked off. Shakendorf is going to get a kill. But Neptune's going to fall as well. Shakendorf's trying to stay alive, but not much he can do. So Mount Union's making the adjustments they need to get the picks onto Marietta. So Marietta's going to have to be a little bit more cohesive in trying to pick off someone from Mount Union and then start moving in. They're going to regroup. They gotta be careful. They can't. Yeah, Shakendorf almost got picked off there. You can't have someone picked off before the fight even starts. Azadale's gonna be peeking a little bit. But yeah, as you see, Frey's on the Pharah, and that could be a problem for the Pioneers. So if they can find an answer to the Pharah, then they should be fine. Nade's going to be coming out to keep everyone alive. And Neptune does pick off Frey's. That's exactly what Marietta needs. Barry's going to be coming out and grab. The Tire's going to be coming out. Try to see if he can find someone. Does pick off the Moira, and Marietta is going to get the team kill, and they'll reclaim the point. Mount Union does get it to about 55%. No, 56 actually. So now, can Marietta hold? They still have to answer that Pharah. That could be very scary for the Pioneers. They still have a couple of answers to it, but it's mainly on the support side. Not a whole lot the C4 Gamer is going to be able to do with the Junkrats. Shakendorf might be able to get something if he's able to get the tires. There's the Rip Tire for Shadow. And there's the grab. And Mount Union is just pouring on the damage. Popping a whole bunch of ults. That was a very delayed Riptide that took out C4 Gamer. But Mountain Union is going to get the picks they need, and they're going to reclaim the point. Marietta gets it to 52%. But the only thing they have available is Shatter. They used Marietta used 3 ults and were not able to win the fight. So it's going to come down to this Shatter from Harmful Hades if they can get the setup. Points at 70%. Marietta might only have one more fight before Mount Union would take the map. And there goes the Shatter. Not a whole... Well, actually, that was Mount Union Shatter. But popping a couple of ults there. And they pretty much wipe out the Pioneers. So now they got 10%. They're going to have to book it if they're going to want to stay alive in this round. And Mount Union's going to do everything they can to keep Marietta off the platform. I don't know if they're going to get there in time. Never mind, they will get there in time. Harmful Hades is going to try to charge in. But they get booped off. And it's going to be enough for Mount Union to take the first map.
Play of the game.
The play of the game will go to Phrase. Using that rocket barrage. And that was the setup that Mount Union needed to secure the first map. Alright, so we will get back into the lobby very quickly. Next map will be Hybrid. Marietta will get to choose what that is. So we will see what adjustments Marietta can make. I think the big problem there at map 3 was just not... I mean, they got the 1 kill into the fire, but that barrage just really messed them up. So it's possible that... And it looks like Marietta is going to go with Eichenwald. So yeah, Marietta chooses Eichenwald for the next map. And then we'll see what Mountain Union is going to choose for the side. I would expect, I mean, usually when you get to choose the side, you would want to choose defense. Just because that sets you up with what you need for offense, or whatever you go on offense, so you know what the win condition is. Now we're just waiting for the ready checks. And like, Marietta had a very strong round 1, but after that, Mountain Union definitely stepped up, and Marietta had trouble with adjusting. I think a lot of it was just coordination during the fights. Yeah, I can't really tell what the comms are like during the fight since I'm not in the Discord. But I'm gonna guess that everyone might not be on the same page with who the target and who to focus on. So hopefully Marietta can make those adjustments going into the next map. Looks like Marietta is ready. Now we're just waiting for Mount Union to be ready. And it looks like Marietta will be on offense first. All right, we are underway, so let's get this game going. And we were able to get the regular spectator mode back. Yay, I'm so happy to see everything here. But just look at that castle. That is a really nice castle there. You gotta love the artwork in this game. Say what you want about the mechanics and the online competitive play and so forth, but gotta give credit. Blizzard has some really nice art. But alright, so we're going to see what composition Marietta will be running on offense.
Ready for battle.
So it looks like they're going to stick with the Zarya Rein at tank. We're going to see Brimstone on the Mercy, Shakendorf on the Pharah. So Marietta's going to be pulling out the pharmacy this time. C4 Gamer will be on the Soldier 76, adding a little bit of hit scan, anticipating that Mount Union may go with Pharah themselves. And then we're going to see Neptune on the Baptiste. Meanwhile, it looks like Mount Union is going to go with a very traditional comp as well, with the Zarya Rein at tank. They're going to have the McCree and Junkrat at DPS, with the Ana Baptiste at support. So it's really going to come down to this chokehold right here. Can Marietta get through this chokehold? And we're going to see that early hit, giving Kudokri that early ult percentage. And we think Marietta would be prepared for that by now. Shakendorf has already fallen asleep as Pharah, but does get back into the air. Marietta is slowly working their way through the archway, but no one has gone down just yet. I take that back. Shadow has gone down, so Marietta is going to be pushing forward. Shakendorf does fall, so it's 1-for-1 TPS trade. The Brimstone does get Shakendorf back up, though. And Fraze is going to take out Azadale. So right now, Mount Union is pushing back. Harmful Haze is going to have to fall back because he's out there by himself. He's got to be careful or he's going to be taken out just like that. And Marietta is going to have to reset. Azadale looks like he's going to try to get some damage out, but not going to get a whole lot. Marietta will regroup. The window is ready for Neptune. C4 Gamer's already taking some damage, but they are back on there. So they're going to rotate around. Window's going to be coming out for Neptune. And both Baptistes are going to bring out the Shadow's going to be coming down. Fraze does take out Shakendorf. Brimstone does get the res onto Shakendorf. Azadale takes out Shadow and Fraze. So Azadale's taking out the DPS. But it's just not enough. So only 2 have fallen from Mountain Union, and Mountain Union was able to push back Marietta once again.
Hello.
Marietta's going to have their 3rd attempt at the archway. We do see a couple ults online for Mountain Union. Marietta has 2, almost 3, but almost 4 ults. So they're going to try rotating around once again. Heal's going to be coming out for C4 Gamer. Shakendorf is taking quite a bit of damage, already at half health. The charge is going to be coming in for Dokri. Harmful Hades does end up going down. And Ryan is and he's just going out there by himself. And Mountain Union is able to pick off the Pioneers one by one. Dokri charges in and is not going to get punished for it. We've got about 1:25 left in the round. Marion is going to have all 6 ults ready to go as soon as Neptune gets his wall back. So now the tire's going to be coming out for Shadow. Does not get anyone. The Immortality Field does come, gets taken out by Phrase. But now Marietta's got 6 ults, and they need to use something to press forward.
60 seconds.
So they are just slowly pushing their way in. Shadow is trying to flank from behind. Valkyrie's going to be coming out, and the window, so the support ults are being used by Marietta. And there's the barrage taking out Phrase. So Marietta's already using 3 of their ults. And there's going to be the window for Baptiste. And there's the grab for Azadale. Going to be taken out too. Double grab actually being used. So Marietta pops 4 of their ults. And that should be enough to claim the point. So there they go. They do get the payload. So now they got to start escalating. Because it did take a lot of time to get that. So Marietta only has about 2 minutes and 45 seconds to get to that second point. And they're trying to fight early on. Azadale does get taken out. So they are going to regroup. Deadeye is ready for Phrase. And looks like Azadale's going to be swapping over to the D.Va now. D4 Gamer's going to get picked off easily by Phrase. Azadale is going to try to find a way to take out Phrase. He is up in that top tower, so is Shadow. So right now with the high ground, they do have the advantage. Although Phrase is going to be dropping in from behind. And does not get punished by that. Just walks right by the Pioneers. There comes the High Noon. Doesn't get anyone. Shatter is going to be used by Mountain Union. Takes out 3 Pioneers for the Pioneers. And they do take out everyone but Brimstone. Brimstone is going to try to wall away and escape. Now Marietta will have to regroup. But it just seems like they're not on the same page. Here comes the tire for Shadow. And that tire is going to get delayed, and it's only going to take out the Immortality Field for Neptune. Now Marietta's going to be pressing forward. Auntie does come out and takes out Shaken Dwarf. Azadale's going to be charging in. A 4-person shatter, but there was just no follow-up for the Pioneers. Azadale's going to be taken out.
60 seconds.
And Marietta is struggling to get the payload forward. Now Marietta's got 43 seconds. They do have 2 ultis ready. But we're going to see Mountain Union going to have several ults ready to go. Looks like Marietta's going to be trying to go in, cut through. Auntie's going to catch many of the Pioneers. And the Shadow's going to come out. Not going to get any much out of it. But they are going to get some kills. Actually, the Fire Strike there takes out 3 of the Pioneers with the Auntie combo. Brimstone's going to try to make it over to the payload. And Marietta's popping all their ults, but they got to get to the payload. Shaken Dwarf does get over there, uses the Blizzard to try to delay. But Marietta's got to find the kills they need. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Tire's going to be coming out. It's going to take out Shaken Dwarf, but Neptune is back onto the point, and so is Harmful Hades. Window's going to be coming out by a tier 3 sub, takes out Brimstone. Harmful Hades does take out a tier 3 sub though. The Marietta is still on that payload, but they're going to have to stay on there for the entire time. Kodokri does come back from behind and take 2 for Marietta have fallen, but the rest of Marietta is trying to get on there to recontest. Harmful Hades and C4 Gamer are on the point and shows Shaken Dwarf on the Tracer. Shadow's going to come out and it catches the Chief. Harmful Hades is anti and is going to be taken out. Grab's going to be catching Brimstone, and that's going to take him out, but Azadale is there to try to recontest the point. D.Va Bomb is going to be coming out for Azadale. Does not catch anyone, though, but Neptune does take out Shadow. The barrier is still holding into overtime, but they've been in there for so long. If the Pioneers leave there at any point, that overtime clock is going to take down very quickly. Shadow's going to be coming out by Kudokri. Catches Harmful Hades, who's now on Wrecking Ball, and a 3K by Phrase, and that's going to be enough to secure the round for Mount Union.
Score 0-1. Switching sides.
So Marietta held pretty as best as they could, but I mean, that right there is going to be the win condition for Mount Union. So Marietta is going to have to put together a very strong defense in that first point. Otherwise, Mount Union is going to have a 2-map lead over the Pioneers. And we'll see what Marietta decides to go with.
Ready for battle.
And it looks like C4 Gamer, Neptune, and Harmful Hades are going to stick with their same heroes. Shankendorf is going to use the Ash this time to see if he gets any value from there. Crimson's going to be back on the Mercy, but Azadale hasn't decided who he's going to play yet, and the round's going to begin in 15 seconds. Alright, so he finally decided to go with the Zarya. Meanwhile, Mountain's going to be using a similar composition before, except Builder is going to be on the Lucio.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
The Mountain makes their way to the choke point, and they're heading straight over there. Although Marietta has taken out both the Chief and a Tier 3 sub, and Phrase has fallen, so that's 3 down for Mount Union. And 4-5, all that's left is Villendor. Yeah, Villendor. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I pronounce his name correctly. So that is an unofficial team kill there. So Marietta holds the first onslaught pretty well. And we're already seeing Harmful Hades is at 75% ult charge, and most of the Pioneers are a little less than half. Azrael's looking to try to get a little bit of poke damage. Fire Strike's going to be coming out, doesn't connect with anyone. Mountain's going to be rotating around again. And they are on the point, so Marietta is going to have to hold off here. Goku does get out, and a Shatter comes out for Harmful Hades. Takes down 2, have fallen 3, 4. Do I hear 5? There's 5. Do we get a 6? Phrase takes out C4 Gamer. But he's going to get punched by Neptune. So Marietta will hold once again. Now the Pioneers have 2 ults ready to go. Just about 4. Shaken Dwarf and Azadale are almost ready. Deadeye is ready for Phrase, as well as the window for a Tier 3 sub. They may try to pull off some combo to get some picks. Harmful Hades is already anti, so he's got to fall back. Victor's going to be using the dynamite to try to get a little bit of burn damage onto the Reinhardt. Now looks like Mountain's going to be rotating around, trying to get that advantage with the high ground. And here comes the tire for Shadow and the window. That tire's going to be looking for someone, but it's not going to find anyone. Bomb's going to be coming out for Shankendorf, but gets slept. Phrase and a Tier 3 sub do go down for Mount Union. Grab's going to be coming out, and there's the bomb is now awake. And Marietta popped 5 ults to hold. That might be a little bit of an over. Actually, I think they popped all their ults. Yeah, they popped all their ults. That might have been just a little much. Just saying. Deadeye is ready for. Actually, I don't think they used Deadeye last time. So Phrase did keep that. Now he's going to be rotating around again. We'll be trying to look for a possible pick. C4, and there's the pick that Mount Union needed on the Shankendorf. C4 Gamer also dangerously low. There's the high noon for Phrase, looking for targets. Does get Harmful Hades. The Brimstone will get the res off on the Harmful Hades. There's the Shatter. Does catch C4 Gamer. And Mount Union is getting the wins that they need. Harmful Hades does take down Shadow, but it looks like Mount Union will win and take the point. Although, it did take longer for them to take it compared to Marietta.
Stop the payload.
I think, yeah, they only got about 3 minutes now. So we'll see if Marietta can hold. They have to hold all the way over here in order to win the map. Otherwise, Mount Union will take the map. So we're going to see a 1-for-1 trade for both sides. Although C4 Gamer is going to get res, now swapping over to the Junkrat instead of the Soldier 76. Villendor does get taken out by Shaken Dwarf. Marietta is taking advantage of that high ground to get some damage onto the Raiders. But right now that payload's still moving. Marietta has to stop it. Because if Marietta loses one fight, Mount Union is going to win. So they have to fight back. They do take out Shadow. Neptune does fall. And Harmful Hades is going to go down. So it's just Azrael and Shaken Dwarf there. Brimstone gets taken out from behind. And Mount Union is getting the wins they need. And they're going to take the point. And that's going to be the second map.
Victory. Play of the game.
The Harmful Hades will get the play of the game with the Shatter and Charge combo. So with that, Mount Union will take the lead. And now they're up 2-0. So this is match point for Mount Union. So Marietta is going to have to find something in this next map. It is going to be Escort. So we'll see what Marietta wants to go with. But if Mount Union takes this, then that will be the end of the match. And it looks like Marietta is going to go with Rialto. So I think the big thing there was Marietta held very well in that first point, but they gave up so much space in that second leg. Whereas Mount Union, when they were on defense, they tried to keep Marietta from being able to progress once they got through that gate. But I think that's one of the issues with Marietta. They're afraid to move forward, and just by allowing the other team to get so much space, all they had to do is just win one fight, and that's all it took to take the map. But yeah, so it's going to be Rialto. Marietta is going to be on offense again. It looks like everyone is ready. Here we go, folks.
Welcome to Rialto. Initiating.
Alright, so we'll see what composition Marietta is going to go with on offense.
Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So it looks like Marietta's going to go with... looks like they're going to bring back the pharmacy like they did in the previous map. Although C4 Gamer is going to be on Junkrat this time. Looks like Mount Union is going to go back to the Ana for support, but everything else is mostly the same. So the question is going to be, can Marietta get that payload to the end? They're going to have to find some picks.
Stop the payload.
And we're going to see the anti is going to be coming out, catching 3 for Marietta. Meanwhile, Shakendorf is trying to get some picks from the air, getting some splash damage out. But Marietta's slowly moving that payload. Raze is going to take out the Immortality Field. Big Wolf was trying to take out whoever's on the ledge. Not going to get the... yeah, I think it looks like it was Phrase. They're trying to take out Phrase. Not having a whole lot of luck with it. Mount Union is contesting right onto the payload to prevent it from moving any further. But interestingly, no one has gone down just about. A lot of people are low on health. Phrase in the tier 3 sub and takes the damage. Brimstone is a little bit low on health. Neptune does have window ready. So no one has died, but Marietta is pushing back. They're actually rotating around. And C4 game does go down. Shadow comes out for Kadokri. And Marietta is going to have to fall back now. And Shakedorf does get picked off by Phrase. And the Ante is going to push Marietta back even further. So Mount Union is pushing back the Pioneers. Brimstone is going to get the res off onto Azadale. Window's going to be coming out for Neptune. See if that gets any picks that they need. And here comes the Rip Tire. C4 Gamer does take down Kadokri and the Tire. Grab comes out for onto Brimstone, but nothing's going to connect there. Villendor does take out Shakendorf though. Harmful Hades is very low on health. High Noon's going to be coming out for Phrase. Doesn't get anyone. Immortality Field comes out. Shadow does fall. And Marietta is moving that payload. Although C4 Gamer is going to go down. Marietta's getting a couple kills, taking down Phrase and Villendor. Sorry. And that should be enough for Marietta to get the first checkpoint. Brimstone will use the res onto C4 Gamer. And Marietta does secure the first checkpoint. Now they got just a little over 4 minutes to get to the second point. They do have 5 ults ready to go, almost 6. But they haven't had to really use any ults to win the fights. There's the Valkyrie for Brimstone. And there is going to be the barrage. So there's already a couple kills. Although Harmful Hades is going to fall. They pop 2 ults. Shadow's going to come out for Gokri. And going to take out Harmful Hades. There's the window for a tier 3 sub. Mount Union is going to push back Marietta. Well, unfortunately, Marietta only used just a couple of ults. I think they used 3. C4 Gamer is going to take out Shadow, but Villendor is going to take out C4 Gamer, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. Now Marietta is going to try to get back into the payload to get it moving. Shakedorf is going to swap to the McCree. They do take out Chief and Phrase. And that's going to be the push that Marietta needs. They still have 3 ults ready, but Mount Union has 3, almost 4 ready to go themselves. And Ryan's going to get Nano for Mount Union. There's the window for Neptune. A huge charge there by Kadokri, but Shakedorf and C4 Gamer are able to get a couple kills, and Asdale is going to take down Kadokri. The Marietta will continue to push that payload, and they are buying a lot of real estate right now. Maria's trying to push their way into the checkpoint. Double Riptire is going to be coming out, so which Riptire catches who? C4 Gamer does take out Kadokri, sorry, but C4 Gamer is going to fall to Phrase. Doesn't get anyone with the High Noon. The grab is going to be coming out by Chief. And that's 3 kills already from Onion, 4 or 5. C4 Gamer is the only one that's left, and he was already dead. The Mount Union makes a huge stop at 0.25 meters away from the point. Marietta still has 2 minutes left, but they're going to have to walk it's a long walk back to get to the payload. And Mount Union doesn't want Marietta to get anywhere close to that point. Now 3 ults are ready to go for Marietta. They're going to be working their way around to the top level. And we see Azadale going in very hard. Brimstone's going to be charging in to try to keep Azadale up. But Marietta is asserting their dominance. The grab is going to be coming out and catching many from Mount Union. A lot of damage is going left and right. A huge shatter there by Kadokri. Going to be charging Harmful Hades, takes him out. And we see Phrase is going to be flanking from behind, takes out Neptune. Brimstone on the Battle Mercy taking out Phrase. But we're seeing Kadoki and Chief taking out C4 Gamer and Shakendorf. So Marietta once again has to fall back. They got about a minute 15 to go. And that payload is slowly working its way backwards, not the direction that Marietta needs, especially since this is match point. The Pioneers have about a minute to go. They have 3 ults ready, almost 4. Meanwhile, Mount Union has 3 ults ready to go, but they're going to have 4 as well. Marietta is working their way around. They got to find a pick here. Marco Hades is going to be working his way in, trying to find an opportunity to use that shatter. And there's the nano that's going to be coming out. And High Noon's going to be coming out. And there's 1 kill for Mount Union, but Harmful Hades is also going to go down. Mount Union is holding, although C4 Gamer does take out Phrase. But Marietta has to find something. They're at less than 30 seconds, down to 20 seconds. C4 Gamer is going to be using the tire. Going to come from behind. Gets taken out by Vinlador, sorry. C4 Gamer is going to be trying to come from behind. Shakendorf is on the Tracer, but C4 Gamer is going to be taken out. Marietta's got to get onto the point. Windows going to be coming out by Tier 3 sub. And Marietta's got to work their way in now. They are in overtime. Shadow's going to be coming out. Doesn't catch anyone, but there is the grab. Charge is going to be coming out on him from Harmful Hades. And Marietta's going to get taken out, and Mount Union will hold. So the win condition is set for Mount Union. So basically, Marietta got the payload all the way to about 0.25 meters from the second checkpoint. So if Mount Union gets to the second checkpoint, then they will win the match. So the question is, can Marietta hold? I mean, right now their back is to the wall. And we've seen this before. We saw this in the match with Muskingum a couple weeks ago. When Muskingum was up 3-0, Marietta's back was to the wall, and then they went into like Ultra Instinct mode, took 2 maps themselves, but then they fell short against Muskingum in the Concordia St. Paul Invitational. So we'll see if something similar happens here, although we prefer a better outcome for the Pioneers. I'm not biased at all. But it looks like similar composition for Marietta, except Brimstone's going to be on the Lucio instead of the Mercy. And meanwhile, Mount Union is going to be using a similar comp, except they're going to use Zenyatta instead of the Baptiste on a Tier 3 sub.
1. Attackers incoming.
What's interesting is Marietta just waiting at that corner. They're going to let Mount Union kind of go all the way to that first corner. That is that first choke. So we'll see how Marietta holds this. They're trying to get some damage onto, well, basically everyone for that matter. Asdale is already taking some damage. Shakendorf gets low. Shadow does get taken out, but Shakendorf's going to fall. And Mount Union is picking off the Pioneers one by one. C4 Gamer does get the kill onto Phrase. But we're going to see Mount Union is getting the kills. Asdale and C4 Gamer, actually no, it's not C4 Gamer, it's just Asdale and Brimstone are the only one that's left. And Mount Union is going to get that first checkpoint without too much trouble. Although they haven't gotten it just yet, Marietta is trying to recontest. Harmful Hades does go down, and C4 Gamer does take out Kadoki. But Mount Union is going to get the kills they need, and the first checkpoint has been reached. So now Mount Union is just got to get to the second point in about less than 5.5 minutes, and that is a very long time, especially getting that pick onto Brimstone. I don't know what Azrael's doing. He's just standing there taking damage, and that's just feeding ult charge. I mean, I don't know why you would do that. But now Mount Union is just pushing the payload again. Marietta's not making a move. Transcendence is going to come out. And that's going to make it difficult for Marietta to get any picks with all that healing. Marietta does take out Phrase while he was in high noon. This is the push that Marietta needs. And just like that, Marietta does win the fight. but Mount Union does get the payload quite a bit of distance. So they're going to have to hold. They can't let Mount Union take another fight. So they're going to have to hold for the next 4.5 minutes if they want to continue playing. Now, Nano is just about ready for Mount Union. Grab is ready to go. Ainun's going to be coming out for Shakendorf. And he's going to get stunned and taken out. So he's not going to get much out of it. And Mount Union's going to continue to push the payload. Marietta has to stop this. They can't just let Mount Union continue to push. Now the tire is going to be coming out. There's going to be the Shatter. Not going to get anything from the tire. Shatter's going to be coming out by Mount Union. Marietta does take out the Ryan and a tier 3 sub. Grab's going to be coming out to take out Chief. Oh, he's not dead yet. Now he's dead. So Marietta does hold, but once again, that payload is dangerously close. And they have to hold for another 3.5 minutes. So Marietta is going to try to get the space they need. They're going to try to get some early picks. They have to get some picks here to stop Mount Union. But it's actually Azadel that's taking some damage. Mount Union's going to be rotating around. Going to take a page from what Marietta did in the last round. And Marietta does get the pick onto Shadow. That's exactly what they need. Oh, that's a huge anti by Mount Union. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Azadel is going to end up going down, but Marietta's going to continue to push. So Marietta's going down, but they're still pushing Mount Union away. But Harmful Hades is going to go down. So now it's just Shakendorf and Neptune. And Mount Union's going to get right back onto that payload. And Marietta's got to move quickly. High Noon's going to be coming out for Phrase. Picks off Brimstone. Tire's going to be coming out by C4 Gamer. Does take out one, but the EMP is going to be coming out, and the payload is so close, and that's going to be it, folks.
Victory. Play of the game.
The play of the game will go to C4 Gamer. So with that, Mount Union will take the series 3-0. So unfortunately, the Pioneers will fall. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it was just getting a lot of movement on the payload by Mount Union, and they were able to just have to win a few fights, and that was enough to secure the match. All right. So let me check one thing real quick. I'm going to be right back in just 1 second here. All right. Just give me 1 second here, folks, as we're not done with the stream just yet. Actually, I don't even know why I have that headset, because I don't have the game audio going. But, all right, give me 1 second here. All right. So we have here one of our players on the Overwatch team. We have Ian Brimstone Darling here. As we said earlier, this was his last game as part of the esports program, but so I want to give him a chance to talk a little bit. So I know the game didn't go the way that you guys wanted to go, but how was the team doing during the match? What was the comms were like? What were the discussions?
When we were coming up with some good game plans and comps, I think that's when it came, like it all kind of really worked out. I think the parts that I remember the most being the acting wall defense. We went to hit scan because we thought Mount Union was gonna run a Fire Mercy, and we discussed like how we wanted to approach it, and if we were gonna run 2 hit scan, how we need to like run that hit scan. They didn't end up doing that, but with the Mercy on the Ash and the Soldier, every time they pushed, they just kind of got demolished in their pushes every time. So we had some good rotations as well, and we were almost to hold that point the whole way through.
Just a lot of space. They were able to get a lot of space there, and it just all I had to do was just win like 1 or 2 fights, and that was enough there. And sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you've been on with the esports program since we started back in 2018.
Yeah. I'm really old.
so we got to talk a little bit about that. So, I mean, how have you seen the program change over the past couple of years?
Honestly, I feel like it started out pretty small. Like it was kind of tiny in the sense that, well, we only had like the league team for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think we had the league team. We kind of had an Overwatch team.
Yeah.
And we said we had CS:GO,
but we didn't.
We didn't.
We don't talk about CS:GO.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it started out from that tiny league, sometimes Overwatch, and now we've kind of grown. I've seen the place actually get a facility, so we now have actually a facility to use, and we got jerseys. And I feel like we got a lot of support from the college to actually really grow into this little esports community here on campus, which is kind of amazing because of how small our college really is, especially in Marietta. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, big things can happen at small institutions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also your work. You worked really hard.
Well,
so.
you guys are the one that makes this happen. I mean, I always say, hey, let's do it. And you guys say, yeah, let's do it. So, I mean, we wouldn't have a program if it weren't for you guys for putting in the time and the effort to make it happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, is there anything you'd like to say to everyone who's watching?
Oh shoot, I guess. Well, thank you all for watching and keep watching because this isn't over. I think honestly the program can only grow from here, really. So our Rainbow Six team, honestly, that's like fledgling, but it's big, I think. So I watch those guys sometimes, and they do some good work, and I hope to see a lot from them as well. And then League and Overwatch, I think I'm gonna keep trucking along as long as you can get some new recruits. But
yeah, we were actually just talking to some people earlier today.
Yeah. So, and I just don't see the program ending anytime soon. So keep watching.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for all of your time. I mean, you are. I mean, you are kind of
time.
Yeah, I mean, you've been pretty much our most veteran player, and being on 2 of our busiest teams on Overwatch. I mean, let me just ask you real quick. I mean, if I ask you, I mean, how different was it the balance between being one of the main players on the Overwatch team and the League of Legends team?
I didn't bounce. Is the main way. It really was just a struggle of like schedule coordinating and then going through my classes and like setting up schedules and projects how I want to set them up. Usually I would try to do a lot of work overnights. Sometimes I had some really bad nights on finals week, but otherwise, like, I mean, I wouldn't miss practice or the matches for anything else, really. Like, honestly, the esports thing was probably the best thing I've done here at Marietta. So I really appreciate the whole program and everyone I got to play with. So
yeah, well, I mean, you did something right with balancing because you're graduating a week from Saturday.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will say we are going to miss you for sure.
I'll miss the team, definitely. Both teams.
Yeah. But all right, so I think that's going to be it for us today. I mean, that was our last match. So I mean, that is the bad news. The good news is there are some plans in the summer. I'm not ready to talk about those yet. So hopefully we'll be able to try to do a couple things during the summer for you guys to check out. So stay tuned for that. So I'll throw in my shameless plug once again for all the latest updates of what goes on with Marietta College Esports. Please first be sure to hit that follow on our Twitch channel, on Twitter at Marietta Esports, Facebook.com/Marietta Esports, Instagram.com/Marietta Esports, and you can also check out all of our matches on our YouTube channel, bit.ly/Marietta Esports. So once again, thank you all for watching. and we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.